basically, if you're coming to Africa, don't expect to know and direct and control. It was learning how to live in Africa, in an Africa time, in Africa terms. It's not at all difficult, but it's different, and I had to learn.
I never thought I was really going to go to Africa. I've traveled a little bit around the world, but coming to Africa was definitely not on the agenda. And with all the violence and everything that was happening, it was really a difficult decision in one sense, but one I felt in my spirit that God was saying, you need to be there, young man. So I said, okay, Father, I'm going to go.
When I was approached about going on this trip, it came out of left field. Part of me just wanted to dismiss it. You know, well, I can't do it, or I can't afford it, or I'm too busy, or whatever. But I just could not ignore the calling of the Holy Spirit to go. If we're truly going to be transformed to be more like Christ, we got to go.
To play for the people here in Champole, I mean, it was an amazing thing, and the way, you know, everyone danced along with us as we played and sang. You know, you wanted to kind of create a song right on the spot that was just a mixture of the two things.
Been around the round world, been all over this planet. I played some pretty spectacular places in my life. Played the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Denver, Colorado. I played the House of Blues in Atlantic City, the great Roman amphitheater that House of Blues just built there. I've played for casinos and audiences and showrooms and ballrooms, but I've never played the Rift Valley.
So what exactly is the Folk Ecology Initiative, and how does it bridge the communication gap between scientists and farmers?
We came to realize that, you know, unless you have a participatory process that intermarries science and folk knowledge, okay, then you are not going to get far, and you have to get partnership from farmers, something which was distinctively missing from initial processes. For soil fertility management to be meaningful, you know, farmers have to understand basic principles. We are not looking at farmers understanding the whole science behind soil fertility research, but rather to get a basic understanding so that they can be able to meaningfully apply the concepts, the technologies that we bring to them.
And actually it means that actually at the beginning of the research you have to do the research in such a way and organize it in such a way that's also for the ultimate beneficiaries of the research, the farmers, that they understand it and that's relevant to them and that it actually addresses their problems as well.
Community interaction begins with participatory rural assessments where TSBF learns from the farmers what their problems are. The next step is to set up trial fields where, together with scientists, farmers are able to experiment with different soil management techniques and to then decide which interventions are most suited to their context. How successful has the Folk Ecology Initiative been at realizing livelihood changes for farmers?
Black people are
scary, somewhat dangerous.
Black people are
dirty.
Thieves. Black people are
men.
Tribalistic. Black people are
out for a kill.
Killers with machetes.
What do I do in Nairobi? Well, I'm actually a restaurateur by profession. I recently, together with some friends, opened a restaurant. We're actually standing in front of the restaurant, Blanco's.
I'm a painter myself, painter, photographer, and an actor.
Basically work in a call center. We do marketing for companies that are based in the States and the UK and France.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I was sick and went to the hospital. The doctor locked me in a room, pretending to do a checkup. He opened his zipper, and I started feeling pain. He raped me.
Innocent children speak of the horrors they've lived through. Violence against children in Kenya is on the rise, and a majority of its victims can't fight back. In response, Kenya's Department of Children's Services, with support from UNICEF and its partners, launched the Stop Violence Against Children campaign. It aims at empowering people to take a stand and end the brutality. In order to get Kenyans to act, the campaigners took the message around the country. The Stop Violence bus will visit 22 districts, educating and raising awareness through community fairs. Organizations that previously worked on their own get a chance to join forces at these district events, and abused children can get direct help.
The first thing that there is that we have child protection desks. I think in most of the police stations, at least in Nakuru we have, here I know we have, in Naivasha, and that's the first place a child should be taken because those officers there are specially trained to deal with that issue.
The fairs give the community a chance to talk to the authorities and find better ways of protecting their children.
There are some cases where not being reported. Very few are being reported. Yes. So with this awareness, creating awareness, I hope we are going to succeed in the near future.
The Stop Violence campaign is starting off with raising $1.3 million from the public and local companies in Kenya. This would provide counseling, treatment, and care for at least 500,000 affected kids. It's our responsibility to safeguard our future by protecting our children and ending the violence now.